Oh. Babies, it's cold outside. Babies, it's cold outside. Oh, whew. I don't think I'm going to be out here for very long. It's cold. Brr. Freezing cold. And sleeting. And, yeah, cold. Let's turn this way. What's it look like this way? Bob's got his cover over the windshield, got a tarp up there. I guess I ought to start talking. Good morning to the two people who are showing up for this cold, wintry day. I think that unfortunately, it could be that if the name Summer Wells isn't in the title, it doesn't get a lot of attention. But I want to talk about baby Kennedy Hoyle anyway. Not only are we having the winter storm, y'all, Bob is trapped at home on the cold, icy day. Hi, Daily Wonder. Hi, Shorty Small. Thank you for coming to Mod. And babies, even if it's just us, we're going to talk about Kennedy Hoyle. Tomorrow we will talk about Summer because tomorrow is Summer's birthday. But today's live is not about Summer. I mean, if y'all want to talk about Summer, that's fine. You know that. But because it's cold and icy, and apparently, not apparently, evidently, another tragedy has taken place, and so, yeah, baby, I'm going to try not to cry either. And Shorty, thank you for being here, honey. I did let the other mods know, so I don't know. Now, hang on a second, please. I haven't done a lick of housework this morning. How are you guys doing today? Shorty, I promise I will do my very, very best not to cry. Hi, I'm Susan. Welcome to Lip Lock No More. Generally speaking, on our channel, we talk about the disappearance of Summer Moon Utah whales. But if you watched any of my uploads yesterday, I think I did 3, while the case was developing in Memphis, Tennessee, regarding 2-day-old Kennedy Hoyle and her mother, Danielle. It's been a very rapidly, good morning, Daily Wonder. It's been a rapidly developing case. An arrest has already been made. Brandon Isabel, the father of Kennedy Hoyle, gee whiz, babies, I don't know how long I could stay on today. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. But I needed to reach out, so here I am. Yesterday morning, February 2nd, 2022, an Amber Alert was issued for a 2-day-old female named Kennedy Hoyle in Memphis, Tennessee, after police had discovered her mother's tan Chevy Cruze with the driver's window broken out near Sedgwick and Levi, I'm unsure how to pronounce it, road in Memphis. They found 27-year-old Danielle Hoyle, the mother of Kennedy, deceased nearby with a bullet wound to her head. They couldn't find the baby, but the mom, the mother of Danielle, the grandmother of little Kennedy, told police that she had been on the phone with her daughter Danielle, who told her she was at the hospital. She was getting the baby out of the car. She had the baby there for some tests, she said. Danielle's the vehicle. I gotta plug us in. Hang on. Just take a second here for me to swipe us back. Or to swipe me back. Hi, Gma Butterfly. Levi, thank you, baby. If you're new, welcome. This is not my normal demeanor. I'm usually chatty Kathy. But the case of Kennedy Hoyle is unfathomable, maybe, is the word that I'm searching for. And Shorty Small has said no crying, so I'm working really hard on that. Now, the upload yesterday evening that where my curiosity was piqued because I saw that Danielle in the report on Fox 13, I saw that Danielle's car was found at 11:45 p.m. And I tried to reason, you don't take a baby to the hospital at night for tests. You know, you would for emergency room, but so I got to looking at those maps that I included in one of the uploads right before I got the news that an arrest had been made. Like I said, it's been a very fast-moving case, thankfully. So I pulled up Google Maps, and I wanted to see just where is Sedgwick and Levi. You can go look at the video. I'm not going to pull the maps up again because they're displayed in that video for an extended amount of time, really. And I kept thinking about that area and the gentleman's lounge and the other gentleman's lounge and the way the roads were situated and all the woods. And y'all, honest to Pete, before I looked at anything on the internet about baby Kennedy Hoyle this morning, when Bob got up, I gave him some time to have his coffee and kind of get his wits about him before I started talking about the case. Honest to Pete, y'all. I started talking about that location and I said, Bob, he lured her out there. The location and just something, because if you watch that video, I think I even said sort of under my breath, Danielle, why were you here? Danielle, where is the baby? I am very, very stupid speaker. Hang on. I'm sorry, y'all, that speaker crackling like that all of a sudden, it really threw me off. And I'm going to look at chat here in a minute. But after saying that to Bob, because I think y'all know if you've been here with me for a while, yeah, I go off the deep end once in a while, but my habit is to use deductive reasoning. So I came back here and I pulled up news regarding the situation and the headline, no, not the headline, the first in the paragraph of the first article I pulled up said, he lured her. Now, I'm just now beginning research on Brandon Isabel, who has been arrested and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. Because, allegedly, Brandon Isabel lured Danielle Hoyle, 27, and their 2-day-old daughter to Sedgwick and Levi, where he shot her in the head and killed her. And police officers, or a police officer who was looking for stolen vehicles, came upon the tan Chevy Cruze of Danielle Hoyle with the driver's window broken at 11:45 p.m., 15 minutes before the Gentlemen's Club opens at midnight. They contact the mother of Danielle Hoyle, the family of Danielle Hoyle, who identifies that the car is Danielle's, and that she had a 2-day-old baby with her. But the baby is gone. Later in the evening, actually the following morning, early in the morning, the Amber Alert is issued by Tennessee Bureau of Investigation for 2-day-old Kennedy Hoyle, 6 pounds, 17 inches long, brown hair, brown eyes, wearing white with black polka dot onesie and pink pants. And the search ensues. In Memphis, throughout the day yesterday, the 2nd of February, 2022. So I decided to cover, to start researching and investigating and see what I could find out, and start covering the baby's case in hopes then last night we get the report that Memphis Police Department has detained Brandon Isabel, at that time we're told he is known to the victims and his name had not been revealed. Then later last evening it is revealed his name is Brandon Isabel and that he's been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder for the murder of Danielle Hoyle and Kennedy Hoyle, although the baby had not and has not been found at that time because evidence indicated the baby was deceased. I should have started a cat channel. But to be honest with you, I'm grateful that I'm spending the last years of my life doing something that is meaningful, no matter how hard it is. Let me get a drink. So then this morning, after my surmising and deductive reasoning and saying to my husband, Bob, he lured her out there, and then coming in and the first line in the article saying, under interrogation. Cuss warning. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. I do better when I'm angry than when I'm sad. This morning we find on Channel 6 News, ABC, which I'm hoping to pull up here in a moment, the son of a bitch, lowlife, piece of shit, Brandon Isabel, under interrogation, has admitted that he shot Danielle. They had found the baby's car seat in a Walmart parking lot. And under interrogation, this low-life piece of shit informs law enforcement that he took Kennedy and the gun with which he shot Danielle to the Mississippi River Get mad, Susan, get mad. Trigger warning. He not only threw the murder weapon into the Mississippi River, he threw the baby. And the only saving grace we have today, baby dolls, is unlike summer, we don't have to wonder where baby Kennedy is. If the son of a bitch is telling the truth, then why would you say that? Can you imagine this morning how Danielle's mother, Kennedy's grandmother, feels? Hi, Kathy. Okay. I want to get the camera off of me, flip it towards the computer screen. And see what we can find. For a moment to get the camera off of me. I even keep looking over here and the lens isn't even there, it's here. Babies, I spent last night, through the night, knowing the winter storm was coming. I live in Arkansas. Only several hours from Memphis. So I knew the weather there was going to pretty much be the weather here. And all I could think about was, where is that baby? So the saving grace is she's not cold. She's not cold. I'm doing my best, babies. I'm sorry. Doing my best. Fair Use Section 107, 1976 allows for purposes of criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, research, satire. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. The following article that I'm going to read I read Ruby Sky. The following article is accredited to ABC Channel 6 Television News, where we see an update that reads as follows. Update 6:57 p.m. According to an arrest affidavit, Brandon Isabel admitted to luring Danielle Hoyle to the area of Levi and Sedgwick and shooting her. Police say Isabel also admitted to taking Kennedy Hoyle out of Danielle's car, driving to Island Park and the Upper Mud Island boat ramp, and tossing her into the water. He then threw the gun he used to shoot Danielle into the Mississippi River and Wolf River Delta. Update 6:27 p.m. I don't know. I don't understand these times. They seem a little bit backwards, but this is what we got. So I cry my mama, so we're going to go with it. Memphis police say Brandon Isbell, the father of the missing newborn, has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, murder in the perpetuation of aggravated kidnapping and tampering, fabricating evidence in connection with the deaths of Danielle and Kennedy Hoyle. Trigger warning for cussing. Here's the cocksucker that did it. Here is the scum piece of shit who would throw a 2-day-old baby, his own baby, into the freezing, muddy, stinking Mississippi River. And I pray that this son of a bitch you piece of shit, innocent until proven guilty. Innocent until proven guilty. You admitted it. You told the police. Brandon Isabel, you told the Memphis police that you shot and killed Danielle Hoyle, 27, of Memphis, Tennessee, and the mother of your 2-day-old child. You shot and killed her after luring her and you took the baby and threw her into the Mississippi River. I hope you burn in hell. And I hope every moment leading up to your burning eternally is filled with nothing with absolute misery and torture from every angle. Brandon, Isabel, you admitted baby killer. Who had the audacity in this mugshot to look straight into the camera's lens. Let's continue with the article. Memphis police say the newborn has not been located, however, evidence suggests she is deceased, and the search will continue to recover her remains. Babies, the rest of the article, their timeline is somewhat backwards, in reverse. This is the search area. Memphis police began searching along the Mississippi River on the 800 block of Island Drive on Mud Island Tuesday morning, but have yet to locate the infant. The photo credit is from MPD's Twitter account. Hoyle's mother, April Campbell. Now, babies, this is the woman we need to be praying for. April Campbell is the mother of Danielle Hoyle and the grandmother of Kennedy Hoyle. April tells us she only got to hold the baby for 10 minutes and has not seen her since. April Campbell is the surviving mother and grandmother who I cannot even imagine how she must feel today. So, Miss April Campbell, my name is Susan Brewer and I live in Arkansas. And madam, I have 8 granddaughters. And my heart is literally breaking for you today, Mrs. Campbell. Hoyle's mother, April Campbell, says her daughter left her home in Whitehaven around 6 p.m. Tuesday to take her newborn baby to the hospital for more testing. She says she spoke to her daughter around 7:30 and asked her if she made it to her destination. She was like, "Yeah, Mom, I'm trying to get the baby out of the car and get her in the hospital," Campbell said. Campbell says she called and messaged her daughter multiple times but didn't get a response. And around 11:30, Campbell says police officers knocked on her door, asking what car her daughter drives and if she knows where Hoyle is. Let's pause for a moment and look at this baby and her mother. Memphis police say they found a body in an abandoned vehicle and an abandoned vehicle confirmed as being Hoyle's in the area of Sedgwick Street and Levi Road. Police confirm Hoyle was found shot and killed, but her daughter, 2-day-old Kennedy Hoyle, was nowhere to be found. Quote, they said they got like 50 police looking for her. My thing is everybody should be looking for her. She's a newborn, Campbell said. Now, y'all, we can understand that. We can understand why Mrs. Campbell would want every single available law enforcement officer looking for her grandbaby. Yes, she was speaking in hyperbole, but let's put ourselves in her shoes. Wouldn't we want the same? Kennedy was last seen wearing the black polka dot onesie and the pink pants. 6 pounds 17 inches long, brown hair, brown eyes. The family says, oh no. Oh no. The family says Hoyle also has a oh my God, baby doll, she has a 10-year-old daughter. Oh, for heaven's sake. So we have an orphaned child as well. If you have any information, you are urged to call Memphis Police at 901-545-2677. 901-545-2677 if you have any information where that baby is, where that baby's body is. And this man is the man I'm going to do the rest of my day's research on. Why did he lure Danielle Hoyle? Why did he lure her? I saw a comment somewhere. It was so late in the night, I can't remember now where I saw it. I'm going to look at chat in a second. Somebody made the remark, well, his wife knows now, doesn't she? I'm speculating. Does that mean that this man, this scum, this piece of shit was married and having an affair with Danielle? And she became pregnant with Kennedy and he waited till the baby was born to kill them? Is that what that means? He lured her there so he could see the baby, but what? Does anybody have any level of awareness as to why I would have seen a remark by someone saying that now this man, Brandon Isabel, now his wife knows now? Did he kill this woman? And he has another girlfriend, Red Ruby Sky. Hi, Brianna. I'm looking at his picture beyond them. Baby dolls, I'm going to find out about this guy. If you're new, I would like to give you the disclaimer that I am not law enforcement. I'm not a private investigator. Part of my career background, I'm retired. I'm an old retired woman in the Ozark Hills in Arkansas. But I am a retired investigative journalist, television news anchor, and news director. I'm a mother, a wife, a homemaker, a grandma, and a great-grandma. And I love babies. So I would want you to know, if you're new to Lip Lock No More, I am qualified on a journalistic level to investigate and to bring to my viewers in the most responsible fashion that I can muster reports regarding missing children and circumstances surrounding them being missing. And for months I have been and will continue to be focused on Summer Moon Utah Wells, who has been missing from Rogersville, Tennessee since June the 15th of 2021, and tomorrow is her 6th birthday. So tomorrow, if you're new to my channel, we very likely on the live will not talk about Kennedy, although I will do research and do an upload for her. But tomorrow is Summer's birthday. So tomorrow we'll do a live for Summer. I'm going to get the ingredients together tonight, and I'm going to bake her a birthday cake from scratch. What are you babies saying? Oh, also, if you're new, I want to apologize for the intense emotion. I operate on pretty much on raw passion. And my heart gets invested in these cases, and my regular viewers are accustomed to it. If my emotional state has in any way made you feel distressed more than you might have already been, I'm very sorry. But I literally cannot help it. Bonnie Williams, hi honey, hi just love. You're saying Bonnie's saying that he probably blamed her for getting pregnant. Honey, I'm going to do all the research I can. Ruby, I heard he had a girlfriend wanted to kill Danielle and baby. Oh, MTGV, MTGV TV. The story, honey, what I know so far, what we found out about baby Kennedy Hoyle in Memphis. Miss V, I can't tell it again. Baby, you'll have to rewind and watch. Miss V threw the baby in the Mississippi River, Miss V. Miss V, I can't help it. I'm trying to look at your chat and my eyes are so blurred up I can't see. Let me see if I can get where I can see. Brianna. Okay, Brianna, what Brianna's telling us something. Let's see what Brianna knows. Brianna is saying, sadly, yes, Carrie, he had left his wife, apparently gotten Danielle pregnant, had a current girlfriend, and she is involved. So are we talking conspiracy? Let's make it clear. We're talking speculation here now. We're off the rails of facts. I mean, I'm off the rails. I'm on total speculation here. I want to see what my baby here, Brianna's saying to me. Hi, Esther. Had a current girlfriend and she is involved. I'm boots on the ground. Is the only reason. Brianna, you're in Memphis, honey. Okay, so let's look at this cocksucker again. Had a wife, girlfriend, Danielle. Gets him another girlfriend, and now our boots on the ground, Miss Brianna, is telling us that there is a possibility that the new girlfriend, she has, hi Robin Payne. Robin, honey, I didn't know that till I got to the end of this article. I hadn't heard about that she has a 10-year-old daughter who's now been orphaned. This man, this filthy piece of crap that we are looking at. Trigger, 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 trigger. This motherfucker couldn't keep his dick in his pants. Could not keep his dick in his pants. If y'all saw my upload last night where I showed the Google map, come back, you son of a bitch. Y'all saw that Google map I showed y'all last night where this man lured Danielle and his 2-day-old baby to? Did you see the business that was there? The gentleman's lounge? The fucking gentleman's lounge? How much you want to bet? At midnight when it opened, speculation, speculation, this motherfucker went into the gentleman's lounge. Oh my God, lip lock no more. Eyes on fire. My fucking blood is absolutely boiling. No, no. For that 10-year-old girl and for Mrs. Where is her name? Where is this beautiful woman's name? Where are you, baby? April Campbell. Mrs. April Campbell, mother of Danielle, grandmother of Kennedy Hoyle. My name is Susan Brewer. I'm a retired investigative journalist, and I can't do anything but talk about this. But ma'am, you can rest assured I am going to. And ma'am, if you find me on Facebook under Susan Brewer, and the face is me, it's me. I'm wearing a tie-dye shirt, spring colors. Ma'am, if you find me and you send me a friend request, or you instant message me and tell me who you are, I'll put every word you say, everything you want the public to know about that low-life son of a bitch and what he did to you and your family and your daughter and your granddaughters. And Mrs. April Campbell, I will do everything in my power to be responsible in my reporting. Baby dolls, we've got to pray for Mrs. April Campbell and for little 10-year-old baby girl that we don't know her name. I'm trying so hard to see your chat, I can't see. Just love me too, honey. I want him to get everything he deserves. Listen, in another article, Mrs. Campbell said she wants him to suffer. She wants it not to be easy. She wants him to suffer. How I want him to suffer. Babies, I'm trying to get your chat back. Hi, Grandma Butterfly. Prisoners hate anything to do. Oh, this is Rhiann Evans talking to us. Prisoners hate anything to do with children, so God help one of the wells if any of them goes down. I know, baby. Just Love is saying to Gma Butterfly, let's pray that happens. It's all he deserves. But what did Gma Butterfly say? Saw it. I wonder if he dumped the baby in the river before he got rid of the baby's car seat at Walmart. Honey, I don't know. Good morning, the real Gigi. Daily Wonder saying, yeah, that was not a spur-of-the-moment decision. Stewing. Yeah. If the other girlfriend is involved, if, total speculation based on sketchy, talk, if that woman is involved, when did she find out that Danielle was pregnant? Did she know all along she was pregnant? Did she just find out? Did she just find out the baby was just born? Did they sit and talk about, gotta get rid of them? Who is that woman? Who's that other girlfriend, baby dolls? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can find this man on Facebook and start looking for friends. I want to ask y'all to do the same thing. Let's see if we can help the Memphis Police Department and Mrs. April Campbell. Let's get on social media platforms. Facebook is the only one I've got. But I'm going to start looking for this man, his friends, 3 threads that lead to his friends. I want to know, who is this girlfriend? Surely police will let us know soon. Who is she? Did they sit in the living room or the car and talk about what to do? He had the gun with him. Does he carry a gun all the time? It's Memphis. Hell, I live in the hills of Arkansas. I carry a Taurus 380 fully loaded with one in the chamber all the time. Out here in the sticks, in the boondocks of Arkansas. Does he carry the gun all the time, or did he take the gun with him to kill her? Did he intend to shoot the baby? Was he going to shoot Kennedy, but then he changed his mind and he didn't have the balls? And did he shoot her before he threw her in? Was she alive when he threw? Who are you people? Let me get back to my chat. Red Ruby Sky Lip Lock, I could tell you some, not the girlfriend though. Yes, G-Ma, Brianna is saying, Brianna, please let her know we support her. Yes, the real Gigi is saying to Brianna, please let, if you know Mrs. Campbell. Bonnie, you live in Memphis and carry a revolver. It's on your nightstand when I lay down. Me too, Me too, Bonnie. She probably contacted him, letting him know that she took Kennedy to the hospital. Do you think? They said for testing. What kind of... I mean, I know we take our newborns back where they do the little prick on the, oh, honey, my babies are in, God, y'all, it's been decades since I've had a newborn. What kind of testing do you take the baby to the hospital for at night? Rianne, Danielle, and Kennedy are now in the arms of Jesus. Emma, I love you. It's so sad, sad. Maybe DNA. Maybe DNA to show him paternity. Just love. That could be it. I mean, law enforcement, they'll find out and they'll start letting us know. Thank God this case moved so fast. Thank God they found this son of a bitch. Thank God they interrogated him to the point that he broke and told them what he had done. At least what they've revealed to us so far. I think she told her mom that story so she wouldn't be. See, Carrie, I wondered about that too. So she wouldn't be concerned. Carrie, I thought about that too. Is would Mrs. Campbell be concerned? Is there a history? If the guy's already got another girlfriend, is there a history here that there's a problem? And 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 maybe Danielle said to Mrs. Campbell, her mom, I'm going to take the baby to the hospital for this test. But what she was really doing was meeting Brandon. Because Brandon is like, he says he lured her, so maybe Brandon, the real Gigi, makes me want to wrap the family in bulletproof. His Facebook is disgusting. How wonderful of a father is he? And awful, Susan. Proceed with caution. Oh, no, no. I will, honey. I will. If I get to a point that I can't handle it, I'll back off. And I'll leave it to somebody. If I have to, I'll ask my husband. I mean, he's a tender-hearted man, and since the stroke, things do tend to affect him emotionally in a way that they didn't before. But he's got the high sifta. So what if the new girlfriend is like, that ain't your baby. She just saying that's your baby. And so maybe Danielle has gone to the hospital. She's going to get a paternity test. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, babies. Gee, my butterfly. Honey, I don't ever look at I post missing children reports to my Facebook. I don't look at what people, and now my friends on Facebook and my family, they know, well, I might as well not even post it because she's not going to look at it. She's just going to post something about missing children and then go back to research. That's all I've done since summer went missing. Hi, Kim. Hi, Gypsy Girl. Oh, Kim, honey. I'm trying to end it. It's not good, Kim. I don't know if you've seen what I've been doing in a little bit over 24 hours of this fast-moving case of 2-day-old baby Kennedy Hoyle in Memphis. Brianna, you think that this son of a bitch has got 2 or 3 other? Kim, I'm telling you. How? What happened to the days when you just broke up and went on about your life. Oh, my sons say, Mama, it's not the world you grew up in. Look, I know I'm an old woman. I know it's not the world I grew up in, but Robin Payne is saying Memphis is full of trash and gangbangers. Baby, when I was a young woman, Memphis was a wonderful place to visit. I used to go perform on Beale Street, out on the street, just impromptu. I used to perform at PJ's Cafe. Probably doesn't even exist anymore. It was an old hole in the wall. I can't even remember where it was located now. But just about anybody famous that ever came out or through Memphis performed at PJ's Cafe. Used to go to the Memphis Botanical Gardens. Memphis used to be a beautiful, beautiful place. The Peabody Hotel. My deceased husband and I, we'd go to Memphis to perform or do a recording session with somebody else. We'd stay at the Peabody, where they have the ducks. And I guess it ain't what it used to be anymore, is it, babies? Looky here, y'all, Little Heber Springs, Arkansas, where I live. We maybe got 7,000 people, maybe. 3 stoplights. Didn't get our first stoplight till about a decade ago. The meth is absolutely just... I don't know. Kathy said when I had babies, they kept you in the hospital 3 days, 2 days old and already going out. Honey, I don't understand either. Both you'll hear me say I have 3 sons, and then you'll hear me say I've had 2 C-sections. My baby is not my biological son. He's my husband's biological son, and his mother died when he was... When he was in grade school. My husband and I met a couple of years later, and he's been my baby for 22 years now, but both my babies were C-sections, so I was in the hospital for a whole week. But y'all, now it's like you go in and you have a baby, and before the placenta arrives, they're wrapping the baby up, putting a cap on it, and sending your ass home. Brianna, you're not as old as this old woman. Old woman is not in Brianna's chat. That's me. Brianna ain't as old as me, and she still ain't the world she grew up in. The dope and the violence, y'all. But even here in my little old town, what was it, 2 weeks ago, I got the text from our sheriff's department. They had seized like over a pound of meth in the 3rd phase of what they're calling Operation Lake Ice. We live near Greer's Ferry Lake, White River, Little Red River. That's why they call it Lake Ice. It's been going for, I think, 3 years now, this task force operation. And every time they make a seizure, y'all, it's illegal firearms. It's some low-life piece of shit that's neglecting and abusing their children, beating up their wife or their baby mama or their old lady that they're shacked up with, and and y'all, please don't take that wrong. I'm not being self-righteous looking down my nose at somebody living together without the privilege of marriage. I've lived with
a couple of guys without the privilege of marriage. I don't mean it like that when I say shacked up. That's just an old Arkansas term. That's what my mother called it when two people were living together without benefit of marriage. I didn't mean to sound like I was being ugly or judgmental in that way. Shit, fire safe matches. Bob and I lived together for 11 years before we tied the knot. But Memphis in May. Oh yes, G-Ma Butterfly. Memphis in May. Oh honey, I forgot all about Memphis in May. What's lip lock? Maybe paternity testing. Yeah, honey, that's what. I'll tell you what. When we get off the live, and we're over an hour now, babies, and so I don't want to. I had somebody in comment the other day, not in chat, but in a comment. Y'all know me. I can get pissed off real easy if I'm already in a mood. It's my habit to go through. I get so many comments now, I literally do not. If I took all the time, baby dolls, to read all of the comments in toto, I wouldn't, it would cut into time that I really need for like research. So everybody gets a heart. Everybody. But I do read, and if you haven't gotten a heart, it's because there were so many comments and time had passed, and maybe you watched a video that I did 3 months ago, and babies, I don't go back and check those. I'm sorry. If you didn't get a heart, it's not because I don't love you. But, what was I going to say? Oh, so, on our last live, somebody put a comment that said, I like your videos, or at least I used to. Now you're making else. Well, not like everybody else. You ain't watched some of the fucking lives I've seen. I didn't watch them. Hellfire, there's one woman, first time I went to her channel, I was hearing snoring and the room was dark. I went and watched something else. Went back to that woman because the title was something I wanted to see. It was about summer. She's still snoring and her chat wasn't running. And in the chat, like, how can we wake her up? How do we wake her up? I'm like, is this woman sleeping live on YouTube? Well, it piqued my interest to the point that I kept going back and checking that channel. To the best of my knowledge, because I got tired of checking, this woman slept on her own channel on a live stream for 10 hours. So if that person that left that comment thinks that when I do a 2-hour live, y'all, I got to get off. I was sad. Now I got to get pumped up. I got to get pumped up and get kind of there. Let me get a little bit snarky before we say goodbye. To that commenter to whom I replied and said goodbye. I didn't block them. I mean, I'm not going to block somebody for going, oh, I like your videos. I used to, but now they're getting too long like you're making them too long like everybody else's. Let me tell you something. If you think a 2-hour live stream is long, you ain't fucking been where I've been. I've seen them, not watched them, but looking at the time, I've seen them 12 hours long, 8 hours long, 9.5 hours long, 8 hours long, 7 hours long, 6 hours long, 5 hours long. Hellfire, go over and watch CGOA sometime. Shit fire, that woman can go all night and not say a fucking thing. Worth listening to anyway. So, if you think a 2-hour live stream on a, oh, I said something else too, like, this ain't exactly it. Y'all go look at the comment if you want to. I think I pinned it. I'm not sure. But let me tell you something. Not just that commenter, but anybody watching this right now that might watch it later on. If you are so fucking wound up in your own self that you think that 2 hours is too long to talk about a child that's been missing for over 7 months, and the live was done leading up to that missing child's 6th birthday, which is tomorrow, and you think 2 hours is too much time to invest in that, you are a shallow, petty motherfucker. So go invest 2 hours watching a fantasy movie. Would probably suit you better, because evidently the real life of other humans who are hurting because there's somebody missing in their life and they don't know where they are. If 2 hours is too much of your time, there's also another method. It's called a fucking off button, or a change the channel button. Or like my mama used to say, if you don't have something nice to say, keep your trap shut. So why don't you go over and insult in impacted crap path, or tinfoil hat wearing Gigi, or can't say 5 lines of vocabulary on a panel on your own channel, maybe, without booting somebody who's smarter than you are and is able to reason through something, and then you block them, and then maybe they're in your chat and they know more about feet fables than you do, and they're trying to tell you that it's a fucking game that's using real missing children as their characters in order to promote a motherfucking Netflix movie. Maybe I'd do a little research before you start talking about shit and getting your chat all wound up, thinking that some stupid motherfucker named David Cohen has found Summer at a phone booth at the goddamn gas station. Fucking idiot. Fucking idiots. YouTube is absolutely rife on an industrial level with motherfucking idiots. And if you have a channel holder creator who is a motherfucking idiot, and you're talking about missing people, and you attract an audience of motherfucking idiots, that's where the shit comes from. I gotta sit this keyboard down. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Not my viewers, not my subs. The trolls, the minions, and channel holders, creators. You responsible people, you know who you are. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to Scott H. I'm not talking to John QQ. I'm not talking to Cold Cases with Colette. I'm not talking to Michelle After Dark or Michelle Walks. I'm not talking to Crazy Crime Chick. I'm not talking to CDT. I'm not talking to Unsolved No More. And for those of you who, Gigi, maybe you should go over and research retired detective Kenneth Maines, whose channel is Unsolved, same last name as mine. No more. I'm Lip Lock no more. He's Unsolved no more. I'm a retired investigative journalist. He's a retired homicide detective. But no, Gigi, we're not related because No More is not our real names. It's our channel names. So anyway, here's what I was going to say to those of you who are so fucking stupid that you don't know who you are. And you won't know I'm talking to you because maybe you are a malignant narcissist. Maybe you enjoy wrangling and corralling unsuspecting, innocent people into your live chat, and then either purposefully or irresponsibly or just because you're a fucktard. Yeah, I said fucktard. You not only mislead your viewers and your subs, but you get your chat wound up over bullshit, speculation, rumors. Oh, no. The word is actually gossip. If you would like to know the definition of the word gossip, irresponsible YouTube creators, I would strongly recommend you use something called a dictionary. Oh, I'm sorry. But motherfucking idiots likely don't know how to spell it. Or how to use a dictionary. In my day, there were things called conflict of interest. There were things called responsible reporting. And the people I'm talking to right now have absolutely no fucking idea what either one of those things are. As a matter of fact, on my favorite channel, Theremin Trees, the one where I shared part of Rumination that we're going to get back to, I was watching another one of his. Yeah, baby, all we had was a dictionary. Now you can just put it in your little search bar on your Google. You don't even have to go to all of the physical effort of typing it on a keyboard. You can just tap the little microphone and say, please define gossip. Tell you what, there's a shitload of things in this universe you can gossip about, but missing people is not one of them. But while you keep ringing your cash registers and ringing your cash registers and misleading those people and taking their money from them like a fucking television evangelist used to do. I had a dream last night. The Lord told me, if y'all didn't send me $1 million, I'm gonna die. Oral Roberts. Lord told him, if the people don't send you $1 million, you're gonna die. Well, guess what? Oral Roberts died, but I don't think it had anything to do with $1 million. That people sent him a shitload of money. Just like, and I hope none of you Use your brain. I'm not telling you what to do with your money or what not to do with it. I'm asking you to fucking think about what you are supporting. Because when you give your money to somebody spreading bullshit, you're paying for the spreading of bullshit. You're what's known, back in the TV days, we had sponsors who ran ads. Now people come on YouTube and convince you that you need to send them some money. And you do. Maybe to the detriment of your own household and welfare. Just like they used to do to TV evangelists. Who then went out and bought him a Cadillac and a $500 silk tie and a tailor-made suit, living in a mansion, while the nice lady who sent him her last $10 or $5 or sometimes $2 was eating fucking cat food out of a can. Times change, people don't. So now we have a YouTube full of YouTube evangelists, not preaching religion, just preaching their own fucking bullshit to get your money. Well, we don't do that here. Here, we talk about the missing. We talk about child abuse, child neglect, domestic abuse, domestic violence, drug abuse, incest, rape. There are channels that I watch and support avidly who do have Cash Apps and they do have PayPals and they do have memberships and they are monetized. Because I respect the content creator, like Miss V. Miss V is a different demographic. She's a different culture. She's a different background. But Miss V cares about the people she talks about, and she cares about the survivors. Miss V cares about Jelani Day's mother. And as far as I know, she hasn't got her head shoved up Benny Key's ass like some other YouTube creators I've noticed lately. First time I've ever done that on YouTube. Good weed. Babies. Emma, me too. And before we close out with something, Miss V, G-My Butterfly, y'all, if you're a new viewer, I apologize. It is legal. I have my medical card, and it is legal from the dispensary. And I never thought I would do that live on YouTube, but I'm telling you, after this live that we've had now going on an hour and 30 minutes, honest to Pete, I needed it. It's for my multiple sclerosis, but I got to lighten up before I let y'all go. Because if you are new, and thank you for joining us on Lip Lock today, I am a stream of consciousness speaker. I try to gather as many facts about a case that I can, and then I, like, we used to call them spin doctors. I put my spin, my speculation, my opinion, my point of view, what I think about it. My chat participates with me in that. So we are an opinion channel, a discussion channel. I often will get really pissed off and go on a rant. Very rarely is that rant directed at other creators. I don't allow dissing of other YouTube creators in my chat. As a matter of fact, I'm usually strict. The mods are very strict with this chat because most of, I think, my viewers are survivors of the aforementioned horrific incidences of life. So I try very hard to provide them a safe chat room. Well, I don't. My mods do. My mods. Our mods are here to protect you. If that mod is modding on a channel that has a direct conflict of interest with my channel, I'm not talking about creator to creator. I'm talking content to content. I literally despise Donald Wells and Candace Bly. And through the bottom line of child neglect, as defined by Tennessee state law, I have seen with my eyes and heard with my ears the photographs, videos, TikTok uploads, and live streams on YouTube that substantiate, to my way of thinking, that according to Tennessee state law, they are guilty of child neglect. And no matter what happened to Summer Moon Utah Wells that made her gone on June the 15th of 2021, she was in the care and custody of Candace Bly, her mother. A dope addict, a drunk. Her father, Donald Wells, a dope addict, a drunk. Second person to go missing in that family. Rose, Candace's sister, just vanished. Just got gone. And people that I was watching on YouTube before I ever had a channel. And dedicated hours and hours and hours of research into this case, the case of Summer Moon Utah Wells, presented responsible, fact-driven, shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on everybody associated with you. Shame on those who went with you over there. You got to have, and this is across the board, no matter what the caper is, you got to have a good guy, a bad guy, and a middleman. In a caper or a scam or a pre-planned, I'm going to do this, then you're going to do that, and then he's going to go do that. And then we're going to sit on it for a little while, then I'm going to go do that, and then you're going to go do that. And then while we're doing that, she's going to go do that, and then he's going to do this. And then by this time, here's where we'll be. For several months, I thought I was dealing with people playing checkers on a chessboard. Wrong, Susan. I'm playing chess with people who know how to play chess on a chessboard. And Summer Moon Utah Wells' disappearance is not a motherfucking game. Where sides are taken. And people like me get really motherfucking suspicious. New viewers, if you are still here, I don't like to leave my viewers and my subs in a distressed state of mind if I can keep from it. Hi, Leanne. Hi, Mystery Maven. Mystery Maven, where did I hear you? Oh, I loved the way you were questioning Ernie Shell. When you were on Doug's the other night, you and Shay, I think Shay was on the panel with you. And Mystery Maven, y'all, if you don't, hi Downtown Trina, hi Angel P. If y'all don't know, the Mystery Maven has her own channel, which I sub to and recommend. Sub if you won't, don't if you don't. I always say, go look at them. You might see something you like. If you do, sub to them. If you don't like it, don't sub. But Hellfire, you don't have to go in there and say, I don't like your channel, so I'm not going to sub to it. Just go look at it. If you like it, sub to her. But, hi Tracy. But the Mystery Maven is an attorney. And if you haven't seen it, she got up on Doug's panel on No Thanks Investigates the other night with Ernie Shell, who makes me literally like I'm vomiting in my mouth just thinking of him. I've known about Ernie Shell for a long time, before Summer went disappear. Before Summer. That, okay? Good guy, bad guy, middleman. I don't know. I haven't figured out exactly who's in which position yet when it comes to Summer. But anyway, I've never seen Mystery Maven go up on panel. Maybe she has and I've just missed her. But she goes up on panel to ask Mr. Shell some questions about the legislation that he go watch it. She's good. She's good. Mods, if you would drop a link for Whom No Thanks Investigates with Doug. Drop a link for the Mystery Maven. If you've got it, please drop a link for John QQ, if you've got it. For Scott H, if you've got it. For Krama Mama, if you've got it. I'm just now getting, Krama Mama's new. Now, they're not new on YouTube, but for several months there, Involuntary Polymath and Krama Mama were pretty much just talking to each other, maybe one or two other people. To me, so far, it looks like what they're doing it's a real deal. Uh, and Jenny and Adrian, if you see this, please don't take it the wrong way. Babies, I've just come to a place in this YouTube world that I don't really go there with a channel or their creator until I've watched them for like a long time now. Because babies on Krama Mama, baby dolls, in just the last 6 months, what you see that's gone from here to here, I'm like, no. Nope. I like what you're saying today, but hi, Crime and Justice, but here's yes, I love Doug. He drives me crazy sometimes. Like your son, if you have a grown adult son, like I do, who is like, my oldest boy is almost 50, right? I still treat him like he's 14. So a lot of times Doug will have that impact on me. What are you doing, baby doll? What do you want? Here's my sweetheart who is trapped at home in his PJs. What?
Kimberly and Riley looking for her. Bill asked me the other day if I'd seen her.
This is missing in Heber Springs here?
Not missing, they're looking for her.
That woman. Okay. Sorry, baby dolls. Sorry. I am on a certain level involved with law enforcement here in our town when it comes to drug busts. And Bob was just bringing me in his tablet where he was showing me somebody they're looking for, and I know who that person is that they're looking for. They're seeking a particular woman named Kimberly, and I know who she is. I don't know where she is, but I do know where I knew. Sorry, that was because that was like, but he felt like he needed to show me that now. Okay, so, honey, Tracy's saying hi. I feel like because I was crying, I feel like I have crusty nose. Like when you get the snot, like a little residue of snot around here, and kind of get that crusty thing. So anyway, I guess I better see if I can find out where Kimberly is today, because guess what she's wanted for? Distribution of a controlled substance, methamphetamine. I don't like meth, and I don't like people who have anything to do with it, and I do everything I can to help law enforcement get it off the streets. So, all right, I have done Sky Chen saying hi, honey. The real Gigi, you get that? I mean, it's like, did you go back and you watch your like, you're going to go back and you watch your live after it uploads to see like, oh my God, how horrible was I really? And then you realize that you've been sitting there for an hour doing this. Look, there are parts of the world of YouTube that I do love. Wait. Part of it is just bringing y'all into my house. And, and you see that it's like, my God, she scraped the paint off of there 3 months ago and she still hadn't painted it. that back in my day on television, on a talk show or the 6 o'clock news, because you had full body shots because you weren't your own cameraman. You had 3 cameramen. One left angle, one right angle, one full face. Sexy fuzzy, I know Gypsy Girl. And I love my slippers too. But you would... I went to the beauty salon, the beauty shop. That's what we called them then. I went to the beauty shop every day when I was doing television news because I had a hair person who did my hair for free to be on TV. Then I would go to the clothing store that supplied my brand new every single day clothing, who had coordinated with the person who provided my shoes and accessories. And they would be picked up by, usually not myself, but my assistant, and would bring them to me to my office on the 4th floor of the First National Bank building where the television station was located. And I would have spent my office day getting ready for the evening's news with my little bitty staff of 3 or 4 people. Then I would go get my hair done, and my assistant would bring me my brand new clothes, and I would put them on and put on the brand new earrings and brand new everything, so you could have a full body shot if it was the talk show, not the news. And I just looked adorable and cute and lovely. And then, as soon as I got off camera, I took all of that off, put it back into the packaging that it came in, and my assistant took it back to the store the next day, and it was put back on the rack, and somebody bought it and wore it and didn't know it was used clothing. That was up until, I'm doing a ramble story so that we so we get our mood back up before we say goodbye. That was until the day the FBI came to northern Arkansas and made a big arrest of the CSA, an armed militant, far right-wing religious culty group who had their compound in northern Arkansas manufacturing illegal silencers for firearms. On that day that those people were brought in by the FBI to the Baxter County Sheriff's Department, there was a press line. Now we're talking 1984. So things were different. You had me, got the press line, and my cameraman, Woody. CNN, BBC, ABC, CBS, NBC, National Public Radio, on and on and on, including New York Times, Chicago Daily News, Kansas City Star, big metropolitan newspapers had reporters there covering that. I've bragged before, and I can brag, because sometimes in your life you actually earn what are called bragging rights. I am the only investigative journalist, the only journalist to have gotten an exclusive interview with Carrie Noble, the head of the CSA. On that day, we're standing in a press line. I'm wearing the brand new outfit from Casual Corner, the store that provided my clothing, with my beautifully coiffed, bobbed hair that was brown at the time, hair dye, and it began to rain. I didn't get to take that outfit back. As a matter of fact, the TV station had to buy the outfit for me because it was rent. We were all saturated. We were all soaked. No, I didn't expect Casual Corner to take that dress. And wow, it was quite a day. Yeah, it really was. All right. Lighten up. Minute 46 seconds, almost at 2 hours. Your lives are getting too long. We've been sharing different stories and different pieces for our Lighten Up at the close. I've been terrible with chat today. I came into it emotionally distressed and upset. It escalated. I don't do well with chat when I'm in that state of mind. So once again, I extend my heartfelt apology for not having interacted with you babies the way I should have. I hope that you have interacted with one another. So, invoking, hi AP. Don't run too fast, baby, and watch where you're going. Don't run into a wall or anything. So, to close out, I'm actually going to read from the introduction of the Stories to Make You Feel Better that we've had a few stories from. Minute Surf, with the little short stories that kind of, help perk up your mood a little bit. Well, I was looking at the introduction to the book this morning, and this book was published, by the way, and y'all remember, I think it was 1964? No, I'm sorry. Copyright 1972 by the estate of Bennett A. Cerf. Introduction copyright 1972 by by John Charles Daly. And the illustrations are copywritten by Michael K. Firth. And it is manufactured by Haddon, Haddon Craftsman of Scranton, Pennsylvania. And I was looking at the introduction written by John Daly, and that name, because I'm old, made me go, I know who that is. He hosted a TV talk show called What's My Line when I was a little girl, black and white TV, and I loved that show. Loved it. Even as like a little bitty kid. I loved guessing. I loved the questions. And y'all know, my channel motto, or slogan, not motto, my slogan is, mostly questions, seeking answers. I'm just a curious cat. Always have been. So anyway, I loved the show, What's My Line? That was hosted by John Daly, who wrote this introduction. And Bennett Cerf, the way I became familiar with him was he was often a panelist. You wouldn't call them contestants because they weren't playing the TV game show to like win money and stuff. They were panelists who just kind of like played this guessing game and would figure out or try to figure out what they had blindfolds on, and they would ask questions of this person who was the guest on this show with Mr. Daly and try to figure out what the person did for a living. Hence, what's my line? What do I do? What's my line of work? So I want to read y'all just because it's lighthearted and it appealed to me. And I want to, just a couple of the first few paragraphs. And this might sound a little, I don't know what the word would be. When I get through reading these paragraphs, I hope what I'm going to say right now will make sense. I want to be your leprechaun. Okay? And I'm not coming from an egotistical place or a place of narcissism. I've already been professionally, clinically assured that I'm not a narcissist. Okay, that was a lie. I diagnosed myself. I'm going to read you these few paragraphs, and remember while I'm reading them that Live Lock No More, where it's possible that I fit into your life, I want to be your leprechaun. Bennett Cerf had all the qualities of a leprechaun, except, of course, there was the lean 6-foot frame and the exuberant, confident, clarion voice. My Irish forebears knew the leprechaun as the happy people. Not so much because they were, but because they gave happiness to others by lifting the mind and the spirit out of the dull, dreary, everyday world and transporting them into that indefinable middle estate between the reality of earth and the vision of heaven. I thought of the leprechauns as I studied a photograph on the office wall the other day. It was taken on a Sunday night, some 5 years ago, when CBS had a photographer roaming around backstage to get some candid shots for the upcoming season's promotion for our television show, What's My Line? Bennett Cerf, is grinning like a Cheshire cat. And I, says Mr. Daly, am convulsed with laughter. Now this is in the picture that Mr. Daly is looking at on his office wall. He continues, I don't remember what Bennett had said or done to produce any happy condition. But it's not important. At the very least, Bennett, my leprechaun, put a smile upon any day on which you were lucky enough to run into him. In one way or another, I'd like to try to put a smile on your face on any day that we are lucky enough to run into each other. And although the topics we deal with are heartbreaking and soul-wrenching, I still want to try to be your leprechaun. I'm not speaking to chat. I'm speaking to the individual human beings in it. I want to try to be your leprechaun and help lift you out of the dull, dreary, So that's why we're going to always try to have something at the end. And a song. So here's a little bit of a song before we say goodbye. And I go start doing research on Brandon Isabel and thinking about getting the birthday cake ready for our live tomorrow for Summer's birthday. Boom, boom, boom. Not sure I'm going to be in the right key, so. Do you still get a thrill when you see me coming up the hill? Honey, now do ya? Do ya? And do you whisper my name just to bring a little comfort to ya? Oh, do ya? Do you still like the thrill of my body lying next to ya? Oh, I guess what I'm asking is, do you still love me? Or do you lie awake thinking I'm the biggest mistake you ever made? Oh, do ya? And if just by snapping them fingers, you could snap them fingers and make it all go away. Honey, now would you? Do you miss me when I'm gone? Or sometimes wish that I'd stay gone just a little bit longer? Well, I guess what I'm asking is, do you still love me? I'm not going to finish it, just so I guess what I'm asking is, do you still love me? Or do you lie awake thinking I'm the biggest mistake you ever made? Therefore I shall not waste my breath and your time by asking you to behave, for because we all know you will not. But I love you anyway, and I will see you on the flip-flop. Boom. Go away. Go away.